live sessions, or maybe also do it at a later time. So all the different programs can be attended from home. And of course, then we also combine nutrition part of it. So that means it starts with your goal setting to see what you're looking to achieve. And all I can say is that we've collectively lost just so many pounds so far in the last 10 years. It's just amazing to think about it. But if you're looking to see results, of course, you're definitely welcome to give us a call. हमारे बहुत सारे programs हैं जो ongoing होते हैं. Then of course we have a lot of programs that do start at specific dates. We have a brand new program called Fit in 2017, starting, of course, as the name says, in 2017. So the program is going to be starting in January 2017. It is called Fit in 2017. You're definitely welcome to visit my website, fitin2017.com. Register yourself. You'll find a link that says programs and I guess services and something. And of course, over there, you're going to find information on the program. And so again, the program is called Fit in 2017. If you have questions, you're definitely welcome to give me a call. Again, the program says it all. If you are looking to make a change and that's something that you've been procrastinating for a while, that you wanted to lose weight, but you just have not taken that first step, or you've just fallen off the wagon many times, or you've just been plateauing for the last some time. Whatever your goals are, this is the year for you, and we'll make sure you remember it just by the name of the program, Fit in 2017. So again, if you're interested in the program Fit in 2017, visit my website fitin2017.com, and of course you can go register yourself from the top that says products and services. The program is called Fit in 2017. If you want to come and talk to me to see what the program can give you, what is going to program do for you, what is the program going to do for you, how the program works, or you want to come and talk to me over the phone, or set up an appointment, आप call कर सकते हैं. मेरा personal number होगा to get in touch with me would be 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Website is rachnaradio.com. Again, it links to the same website, Fit in 2017, but our main website is Rachna Radio, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. हमारे center का नाम है Rachna's Wellness Center, also called as RWC. Okay, so that's that. So again, in fact, we also have many other programs starting in 2017. There's a complete 3-month program starting called the Extreme Abs, or Ultra Fat Burner, actually. And that's starting again in 2017. So again, based upon your goals, I think the best would be to give me a call. We'll talk over the phone. We'll see exactly what you're looking to achieve and take it from there. The number to get in touch with me again is 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Okay, let's say student number 408-912-5565. अभी आपके पास कोई क्वेश्चन है हमारे प्रोग्राम से रिलेटेड, या फिर अपनी जनरल वेट लॉस, एक्सरसाइज से रिलेटेड, न्यूट्रिशन से रिलेटेड, खाने से रिलेटेड, आप कॉल कर सकते हैं 408-912-5565. Again, student number is 408-912-5565. Okay, so I wanted to start with a couple of different studies, of course, that just take out. One of the ones was I think a lot of, especially parents, when the kids go to college, they come back after some months and like, well, what happened to you? You've gained a lot of weight. And that's something that is, I've seen that all the time. And mom and dad, and especially the moms, start to freak out saying, what's going on? I think that's the thing that's going on. So wanted to share that with you. So now that does not mean that you can't do something for your kid. Give them healthier options, especially when they're getting ready for college. You start being ready, healthier at home. So the kid is going to, or the child is going to make healthier choices, when they're off to college. But again, just sending them out and then let them just be there the way it is. Like I said, the studies say that, again, as per the study, what else comes with a college degree? At least a 10-pound weight gain, as per a new study. So what else comes, of course, with a college degree that you've been getting is at least an extra 10 pounds or more, as per a new study. College students gained an average of at least 10 pounds over a course of their college years, a study has found. And a number of students who were overweight, actually, or obese. So that means whoever started, and, let's say the number of people actually, I think they were, 23%, yeah. So 23% of the people who started the program were already obese. And by the end of the program, whoever started the college, or for any of the college, now 78% got obese. So that number went from 23% to 78% of kids, actually, children or students getting obese by the time they're done with the college degree. So, of course, everyone knows this extra weight translates to a variety of health risks, which is true, but also a lot of confidence issues. I mean, when they're done with the college and they're going to go out and apply for jobs, then just look for new stuff around. the weight gain that comes along with it. Of course, it's a lot of health issues, but at the same time, I've seen a lot of, students at that age just have, issues that they're just not confident anymore. Yes, they've achieved, they learned a lot, but at the same time, that weight is just not getting them or making them feel comfortable. Okay, so there are a lot of side effects, not just physically or body wise, but it's emotionally, psychologically, and whatnot. So what the study did, they actually measured students' weight and body mass indexes at the beginning and the end, and also the end of the first and the second trimesters, and again at the end of the senior year. So at the beginning of their college careers, the mean weight of the students in the study was about 147 pounds. By the end of the senior year, it had increased to about 157 pounds. Okay, and like I said, in the number of students who were obese were 23%, and that went to up to 78% by the end of the college degree. Okay, just young adults, who are in their just early 20s and being obese, does that sound right to you? No, it does not. No, it does not. There's something wrong with it. It's, of course, the stress that sometimes comes along with studying, but it's also at the same time wrong eating habits. Because when they left home, maybe they didn't have the right eating habits. So that's what I wanted to tell you, is that of course it's happening. They're going to be out there, but at the same time, you can make sure that when they leave, they have good healthy eating habits. If you're going to leave them, or if they leave a home that was not the healthiest home possible in terms of either not exercising or just eating whatever comes your way, they're going to make even worse of those choices when they're off to college. So that's something that you can definitely decide. And of course, off and on, talk to them, visit them, maybe give them a membership or something to go have them exercise, or just check up on them. Make sure they know that the weight is, if it's coming on, it's okay. They can work on it, get it off, but let not that weight pile up for the 4 years of college degree. That's just, that's when, like I said, 10 is just, I've seen a lot of, girls, they gain about good 20, 30 pounds plus. The study says 10, but I've mostly met a lot of, college, especially girls, they end up gaining a good 20, 30 pounds in the 4-year college degree. So मेक चेंजेस अगेन आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को रचना's फिटनेस शो पे. अगर आपके पास कोई क्वेश्चन है अपनी एक्सरसाइज रिलेटेड, न्यूट्रिशन से रिलेटेड, हमारे किसी टॉपिक से रिलेटेड, और फिर हमारे किसी वेट लॉस प्रोग्राम से रिलेटेड, आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. हमारा स्टूडियो का नंबर है 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. If you're interested in for complete weight loss programs, we do have programs for all different age groups. We have programs for men and women, and also programs for teenager kids. So let's say, or you want to do something together as a mom and a daughter, or you're just available, let's say, for the next month in the holiday season. So we have different programs designed for different durations based upon people with different schedules, different goals. You can attend programs at my center, which is on site. You can also attend all of my programs off site. That means you can also attend them from your home. That means I will be teaching you, coaching you, exercising with you. But again, you're just going to do it from home with your computer, phone, or tablet, or whatever, or TV, whatever that you have. Okay, so again, all options are possible to get in touch with me, to get registered, to come and talk to me, or talk to me over the phone. Give us a call, give me a call. The phone number is 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Website is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. And then we also have a new program starting, which is called Fit in 2017. And then the reason I wanted to pick that name, because I wanted to make a change in 2017 and remember the name of this program, and remember that you made a change in 2017 because you got fit in 2017. So if you're interested in this program called Fit in 2017, please visit my website, fitin2017.com. Of course, that leads to my main website, which is Rachna Radio. And then, of course, on the top, you'll see all the different programs, products and programs or something. And then you can also click and register yourself for the program that starts in January of 2017 called Fit in 2017. That's the name of the program. To get registered, it's a complete program that is going to change you. That's always going to make sure that you remember that you got fit in 2017. That's how powerful I want this program to be, and that's how this powerful this program will be. 100% confidence on that. So again, I will be a coach, whatever it takes. I'm going to make sure that you get fit in 2017. You want to get rid of medications, you want to get rid of your insulin or pre-diabetic or whatever that it is, we'll work on it together. You want to get your triglycerides lower, we'll work on it together. You want to get your cholesterol, LDL lower, HDL higher, we'll work on it together. You want to get rid of, some annoying fat bulges you've had in the body, your clothes don't fit you, we'll work on it together. Whatever it takes, we will work on it. I will work with you, make sure that you achieve your results, and you, of course, get fit in 2017. So go visit my website, website, fitin2017.com, go register for the program called fitin2017.com, or come and talk to me. We can always talk over the phone or set up appointments so me and you can sit down and talk in detail about your goals, your schedule, and see exactly which program, how, and what is going to work for you. Give me a call, 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Okay, so starting, talking about different studies, there's another one that just popped up, and I wanted to share that with you, especially with the holiday season. A lot of people are just buying gifts for people you love, and especially a lot of people, and especially there's a lot of thing going on with activity trackers. There's a lot of different, either step counting machine, heart rate monitor, all kind of stuff, so you can exactly see how many calories you're burning. So these are all of them are called, they're all different sites. Some of them, of course, work on based upon your heart rate going up and down. Some just work upon how much mobile you are. That means how many steps are you taking per day and whatnot. So all of these are called activity trackers. Okay, so there is a study that just happened that says that activity trackers can work when paired with someone who's coaching you, a wellness, that means some kind of wellness coaching. So while there already is a debate over the effectiveness of activity trackers, which there is, not all of them are all the way, accurate. In fact, I don't think any one of them are accurate, 100%. But again, it's about pushing you. That's the point. It's about you saying whatever the number said. Let's say the number said 300 yesterday. Even if it's wrong by 200, who cares? Calories, whatever. We're going to make sure that we beat to 300. It's all about relative numbers. That's how I look at the activity trackers. Don't just take them to the face value and saying if it says 350 calories, you burn 350, because they're not so accurate. But so again, going back to the study, but it says, of course, like I said, there is, of course, a debate on the effectiveness of activity trackers. A recent study found out that trackers or activity trackers can work if paired with wellness coaching. Okay, so like I said, with the holiday season upon us and a new year just around the corner, many people are kind of beginning to look for new ways to move more, eat less, or maybe try to find something for someone you'll want to give a gift to, and you're looking into activity trackers. Some of these people will also turn they'll think that we're going to achieve goals. So like I said, as per the study, they found that a combination of giving someone the device and then pairing them up with someone who can help them achieve the goals is what is going to work. So again, the combination of an activity tracker combined with someone who's going to help them achieve the goals, like a wellness coach, is going to make it work. The study used 2 years worth of data collected, which paired people with a health coach. Okay, and the student and the coach, of course, team, they met about 8 times during a 10-week period for coaching sessions, and all the participants were given a Fitbit to track their movement. Okay, so all of them were given a Fitbit to track their movement, is what the part of the study, but it was a 6-week study, and they met 10-week period, and they were met about 8 times in 10 weeks. At the end of the 10 weeks, participants said the activity trackers did serve as a reminder and a motivator, but what 93% of the people said is that along with just the activity tracker working with a coach, help them actually develop effective health and fitness habits. So it was a combination of an activity tracker and working with a coach or being a part of a program that actually helped most of the people. So, okay. So again, studio number again, 408-912-5565. This is interesting. What the next study, in fact, that just came out is do not feed your child Cheerios. Or maybe you should not be eating Cheerios. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm picking Cheerios because, again, I'm just getting information that I've found it. So I'm sharing a research study with you. This is not something that I have done, but I'm sharing a research study with you. So as the research says, don't feed your child Cheerios. Everyone knows, of course, there are a bunch of companies, but General Mills and the main Cheerios are one of the solid foods that many parents feed their children. They're small, they're convenient, they kind of taste good, they're easy to chew, and even on most of the boxes of Cheerios, it says that toddlers 9 months and older, they're not toddlers yet, they're babies still. So baby 9 months and older are typically ready for Cheerios, and even many of the boxes tout or say in the front of the box the fact that 4 or 5 pediatricians recommend Cheerios as a finger food. So if you find a box that says 4 out of 5 pediatricians recommend this to your kids, you're going to pick it up saying, it's nice because a pediatrician is recommending. So majority of pediatricians telling give Cheerios to your kids when they're just about 9 months old, won't you just pick it up without doubting it? Yes, of course you will. And like I said, and further, you may believe, and especially when it says organic Cheerios, and I'm getting to what I'm trying to get to is, but again, keep listening, especially when it says organic, because very easy to change organic on Cheerios because they are, or non, in fact, not even organic. I mean, they'll probably say non-genetically engineered or GE and whatnot. And the reason they can say that is because Cheerios are, first of all, made with oats, and oats are not even genetically engineered. So now you might question, then what's bad with it? We'll get to that in just a second. Okay. So like I said, you may further believe Cheerios to be a very good choice just because they do not contain genetically engineered ingredients. Since oats are the primary ingredient, and like I said, there are no genetically engineered oats. That's not something being done so far. Okay, so a lot of things have been genetically engineered. Corn, everyone knows. Wheat and soy, especially, a lot of things have been genetically engineered, but oats have not been yet. And also, if it says organic, so that means the cornstarch and the sugar they contain, not even organic, it probably just says non-GMO. That means the cornstarch and the sugar they contain come from non-GMO corn and non-GMO cane sugar. So why? Okay, so the $1 million question is, so what's wrong with it? So why the warning against the family favorite? Okay, if I put it that way, which is, I think a lot of people like Cheerios, and especially if it says non-genetically GMO and whatnot, GMO free, you'll pick them up. And especially if a box says it's been recommended by most of the pediatricians, you'll pick it up. So what's wrong with it? So let's go and talk about that. Cheerios, and I'm going to share you the numbers all that came out. So Cheerios, another popular, and Cheerios was in the top of the list, okay? And many of the popular processed foods contain what is called glyphosate residue. What is glyphosate? Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Monsanto's Roundup herbicide. So everyone knows कि Monsanto के जितने herbicides होते हैं, they're all sprayed on plants and whatnot to make sure the weeds are killed and whatnot. And some are put in the soil, and some are actually sprayed on the plants itself. So there are a bunch of ways that they spray all these herbicides. So glyphosate is the active ingredient in Monsanto's Roundup herbicide, and it's made headlines for the last many years now as a probable carcinogen. Okay, so the U.S., if I put it this way, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, initially they said it's fine, but the U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced in February 2016, just about some months back, that it is going to start testing some of the foods for glyphosate, but for some weird reason, the testing was put on hold just back in November. But again, there are a lot of private organizations that are still testing and doing their own tests. Okay, so they found out that 29 foods. What they did is they actually took 29 common foods and they tested, and they wanted to see how much glyphosate. And I'll get to what is wrong with glyphosate. Just keep listening to me what glyphosate, and you'll know soon what wrong could it do. But typically, glyphosate residues were found in various products, including Doritos, Oreos, Stacy's pita chips. Okay. The highest was in the General Mills Cheerios. It was found about 1,100 parts per billion. 1,100 parts per billion was the glyphosate residue found in Cheerios. The Kashi's soft baked oatmeal dark chocolate cookies were 275 parts per billion. The Ritz crackers were 270 parts per billion, and so on. I think this is a wake-up call. Scientific evidence has shown, and has been shown so many times, that the probable harm to human health could begin at a very ultra-low level of glyphosate, only in 0.1 parts per billion. So as per a lot of scientific evidence, again, I'm going to repeat that, it's been proven many, many times in many different studies and researches and evidences that the harm of glyphosate can start happening and as low as 0.1 parts per billion. 0.1 parts per billion. And they found out that General Mills Cheerios had 1,100 parts per billion of glyphosate on it. Do you see the difference here? We're talking about 0.1 can cause issues versus Cheerios had 1,100, to be precise, 1,125.3 parts per billion. And a lot of other foods were pretty high also. I think these groundbreaking new findings that one of the most iconic cereals, it is one of the most iconic cereals. I think everyone just knows the name cereals. Wherever you Cheerios, everyone knows it. It's just an iconic cereal, contains as high as 1,100 parts per billion of Cheerios, and it's still out there. And we're still giving it to our kids. I think there should be a wake-up call for all of us. Everyone knows autism is on the rise. Everyone knows diabetes is on the rise. Everyone knows a lot of other issues, especially when kids are developing brain issues and whatnot, are on the rise. Immune system is getting weaker day by day. So there is something wrong. We're giving wrong foods to our kids. Forget it. If the government or whoever doesn't care for it, you care for your own kid. You stop it. You do your own research. You're welcome to listen to me. I do a lot of research before I bring the information out there. I make sure I reply to my family myself and then give it to you. So you can listen to me. Do your own research, but do it. Make the change. Don't just go pick up stuff from grocery store just because it's out there, just because it's befooling label for you and you're thinking, oh wow, why not? It says pediatricians recommended. I'm going to pick it up. Maybe you shouldn't anymore. Okay. And again, for a lot of parents, let me clarify this. Glyphosate issues, and not for parents. In fact, it applies to you too. I'm just going back to Cheetos just because, a lot of kids eat Cheetos, and I know a lot of adults eat Cheetos too, so that applies to you too. So glyphosate residues can remain stable in food for a year or more, even if the foods are frozen or processed. Okay, and also wanted to mention is that if you think that you can, again, of course, you're not going to wash Cheerios, but again, there are a lot of other things that have glyphosate issues in it. Is that just to understand that it cannot be removed by washing and is not broken down by cooking or baking either, glyphosate. Okay, and I already told you what is glyphosate. It's the active ingredient of the Monsanto's Roundup herbicide that has made headlines. It's an herbicide that has, that's a part of the Monsanto's spray that they do on all the plants. Now, why? Okay, so another question would be, if it's non-genetically engineered plants, why are they spraying this? And if you get something that says non-organic, okay, that means it's being sprayed all throughout the thing. That means when in the soil and the plant and whatnot. So, however, in the non-genetically engineered like Cheerios, they do have a high level of glyphosate. Let me tell you why, which is likely the result of a common practice, which is called desiccant, shortly before the harvest. And I'll explain what desiccant means. What happens, wheat and barley and corn and oats, ये जितने सारे plants होते हैं, they must have to wait. So the way you harvest them, and farmers would know it if you ever learned or done or whatever, heard talk to a farmer. जितने भी सारे plants होते हैं, you have to wait for the crop to dry out before you harvest it. Okay, so you have, and that kind of, and especially that is even more prominent in colder areas. That means more in this country, especially in northern, America, this part that we live, or the whole America, of course. You have to wait for the crop to dry out before you harvest the crop. So normally, a farmer has to wait about 2 weeks for this to happen. So after they're ready to harvest and whatnot, they have to actually wait for the crop to die out, and that takes about 2 weeks or so for this to happen naturally. Farmers realized that they could spray the plant with glyphosate, killing the crop and accelerating the drying process, which is called desiccating. So that's where the glyphosate is coming in. So it's not something that's been sprayed on before. So the plants are not genetically engineered still. That means oats are not genetically engineered. Cherries are still coming from oats, which are non-GE oats, which is fair enough. So it is befooling. It's wrong. It's right information. But if you don't know the fact, we're going to go get it. Right? You're going to look at a Cheetos box and say it's not genetically engineered. I can get it. It's good for me. But at the same time, remember all these things that I've been telling you. Like I said, what is called desiccating. So all of these crops, as opposed to waiting for 2 weeks, mostly what the farmers do, they actually spray it with glyphosate. What that does is kills the crop. Another distraction I'm going to go take it to. If it's killing the crop, you know how bad it is. Oh well. But let's come back to the topic. But it kills the crop and accelerates the drying process called desiccating. So a lot of these non-GE foods are done a process for it is called desiccation, and that is done for even the non-GMO soybeans. Of course, potatoes, sunflower for sure, and oats, and even wheat and barley. So now, why should we be concerned about glyphosate residues in a food? Glyphosate's market, it's now, initially, of course, FDA, no one paid attention to it. USA never paid attention. Now everyone knows that it is classified as a carcinogen. It is a probable human carcinogen. It's been linked to an increased risk of breast cancer, thyroid, kidney, pancreas, liver cancer. And so that safe image of glyphosate is tarnished doesn't exist anymore. So that means please minimize. All I can say is that minimize your consumption, or probably just get rid of Cheerios, from your box. You shouldn't be having that. So make sure that you're, especially when it comes to Cheerios. Like I said, I'm just sharing the numbers with you. So this is a research I'm sharing. They found out that General Mills Cheerios had 1,125 parts per billion of glyphosate, and like I mentioned, just zero point 0.1 parts per billion has been considered pretty high for as a carcinogen. So, oh well. Getting back again, studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को रचना's fitness show. If you have a question about exercise, nutrition, weight loss, or something that we're talking about, you're definitely welcome to give us a call. We'll be happy to take a call and help you. Phone number again, studio का है 408-912-5565. You are listening to Rachna. I'm the owner of Rachna's Wellness. That was started just about 11 years ago here in the Bay Area. Of course, we've expanded quite a bit. That means all of our programs are now being done from different parts of the country and even different parts of the world by all different people, because my programs I've set up that way they can actually be done remotely. That means आप मेरे साथ exercise करेंगे, but अगर आप नहीं आ सकते, हम घर से भी हमारे साथ exercise कर सकते हैं. मेरे साथ personally I'll be coaching you, guiding you, teaching you, but you will actually do it from your phone, computer, TV, whatever works for you. Okay, so we do have complete programs. We do have a very fantastic program starting in 2017 called Fit in 2017. So visit my website, fitin2017.com, fitin2017.com. It's going to link you to my website, direct website, rachnaradio.com. And of course, in the top, you'll see all the different programs and different options. Click on that and you'll see the program that is called Fit in 2017. And information is available there. You can always call me, talk to me, get more details. We can talk over the phone. We can always set up a time for you to come in, so me and you can sit down and talk exactly कि आपके क्या goals हैं, क्या schedule है. Kind of create a plan for you in 2017 to see what we're going to do, how we're going to change everything for you and make you fit in 5 or 6 or 7 months or maybe 3 months. I've had a lot of people who've lost all the way up to 30 plus pounds in a 3-month period in a very healthy way. But I've average, a lot of people lose about 16-17 pounds to about 30 plus pounds. That's the average that I've always seen in a 3-month program. So if you are looking to see results like this, you're welcome to be part of any of our program. We've been running programs that I have been running, my own programs. All of my programs, just to mention, are led by me. So you're going to see me. I kind of like to coach and lead and teach and do all of my programs myself. All of every single coach, whatever that you're looking at, it's going to be me directly. So again, programs, a bunch of programs. If you want to start sooner, you have a couple months of December available for you. Why not? You're welcome to start sooner. There's no reason to wait until January, but at the same time, when we wait until January, we do have many new programs starting in January, or you're definitely welcome to start sooner too. So again, Fit in 2017 is starting in 2017. Then we also have a program starting in called the Ultra Fat Burner, but this is also starting in 2017 January. So again, to get registered, give us a call 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. You can also visit my website fitin2017.com. Let's go and talk to Mahi. Hi Mahi, how are you?
Hi Rachna, I'm good. Thank you for such an informative program. You're really doing very good work.
Thank you.
So I had a question. I just turned on the radio and I was listening about the Cheerios thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, Cheerios sounds like I switched from sugar cereals to Cheerios and I thought I'm doing the good thing. But I was listening to you and I'm like, what do I give the kids in the morning then? What kind of cereal should I try giving them? Cereal that does not have sugar, trying to think
Right.
it's a healthier choice.
It's sad, it's sad. It's, the food has been so much screwed up. It's just, we have lesser options, we just have lesser options. That's when you have to go, first of all, the first thing that I always tell people is you stay away from genetically engineered. So that's the one thing that's already taken care of. So avoid as much you can, because what is genetically engineered is soy. So soy should be minimal. Any kind of soy should be as much minimized. Any kind of corn-based cereals, soy-based cereals, or in general, any corn or soy-based products should be absolutely minimized, because these products are quite a bit of genetically engineered. And then it comes to oats, which of course a lot of the Cheerios are coming from oats. But again, there are wheat-based Cheerios too. I've seen them. But again, mostly the General Mills Cheerios are oat-based. But like I said, since oats is misleading because they're not, genetically engineered, but at the same time they are sprayed with a lot of glyphosate, that means it still has a lot of residue of glyphosate left on it. What you could give the kids is a good question. I would say Well, one thing I probably would suggest, I think what really keeps kids full, and especially if you eat eggs, make them a omelet. I know not everyone. I'll get to that if you don't eat eggs. But again, if anyone listening to me, just quick 2 eggs, 2 or 3 eggs, throw in a pan, add a little butter or even desi ghee, and let them eat that. Fried eggs, scrambled eggs, omelet, vegetables, whatever. I think that's a quick thing, and you can wrap it in. If you want to give it more of a roti, just take a roti and then wrap it and let them eat it that way. I think that's a healthier way. But I know not everyone is going to have time in the morning. It probably is going to take you a minute to do that. But if you don't have time to do that, another option would be, I would say, um, um, oats, again, like I said, they are genetically engineered, but Cheerios were found to be highest. So soak oats the night before and make a quick oatmeal in the morning. But again, if you haven't soaked it, it's going to take way longer. So just soak it. And a lot of kids nowadays, if you watch these YouTube videos, they're just too much of cool stuff going on. And especially if their daughter's out there, let them enjoy it. Get them a mason jar, have them make their own. It's called, they're all interesting words for this, but they're calling it breakfast in a mason jar or something. So all you do is you put some oats, you put some berries, you put some milk, you put a banana, put some milk, whatever, and you put in the fridge overnight. And in the morning, it's just already done for you. So what the kids do nowadays, they'll just put the lid on it and take it to school. They can eat it on their way or eat it over there when they get a chance. So that's a quick another suggestion. So there are suggestions out there, or even a quick dosa is a not a bad option. All I would say is just stay away from these.
8-year-old, and Cheetos is the only cereal he likes. Sweet because it doesn't get soggy in the milk. He
Yeah.
doesn't like other kind of cereals. He likes no sugar, no honey, nothing. He just likes the plain cereals. So I give him an egg along with a bowl of cereal,
Right.
trying to get him full and also getting his carbs because he likes to eat himself. Just trying to. So that's where I'm like, oh my god, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, just say, like I said, Cheerios. I haven't seen the other numbers. I should probably go see other, but the Cheerios came on the highest list, and that's the reason it was a big study. I think this just came out maybe a couple of days back, but the Cheerios was very high on the list. So maybe we can go and research.
Like the honey bunches of oat or any other cereal that does not have oats would be a good idea.
Honey Bunch of Oats is, of course, it's Honey Bunches of
Nobody
Oats.
likes
That's
oats.
it's, what? It's so funny. We've gotten used to these things so easily. Well, let's go think back. What did we eat as kids when we went off to school? Um,
Yeah, I know. Maybe we are lazy parents here. Admitting that.
No, it's not just true. It's things are the reason they're made. This is to make your life comfortable, so it is easier. But like I said, let's go back. I'll go back on the research and I'll read what other cereals came pretty low on the list, and then maybe we can revert that. But like I said, Cheerios came very high, especially the General Mills Cheerios came very high on the list, and that's something that it's like a staple food. I mean, even pediatricians tell that a baby at 9 months age they can start eating, but
Yeah.
sad. It's sad. Let's go back and research. I'm going to go back in the study and read more because I got so much into the first part. I should probably go and read a little bit more and see exactly which cereals came lower on the list. And but again, try to get, like I said, if it's organic, I try to. One thing I always tell people: get some local brand companies that kind of makes a difference. So as opposed to getting, again, I'm not going to pick any brand names on the show. I don't know who's listening, but don't pick humongous brand company name cereals because they are way too much industrialized, and they're going to pick up they're going to use farmers that are on the bigger scale. So I would rather pick up that applies to, I think, anything. Pick up something that's on a smaller scale, that is coming locally, either from California, somewhere that you live locally, and it's the brand name isn't that humongous brand name. Because I think what has gotten with us, we're so used to picking big huge brand names, but remember, anything big huge brand name means a lot of industrial stuff happening in the back. They're also not working with small farmers, they're working with big huge farmers who have everything industrialized. They are using pesticides, they're using sprays. Smaller farmers are probably not using the same. So that's another, small suggestion to go for. Do not go for big brand names, go local.
So regular, is it okay that if I'm giving the regular oats, you say every day he can eat it?
Yes, yes. Like I said, this company came on a very high number, but that doesn't mean all oats are going to be very high in number. So yeah, so I would say just oats. But again, like I said, they take a little longer. But if he likes, I know you said your kid likes crunchier. Yeah.
Because easy, he likes Cheerios. So we thought, oh no, oats is healthy and Cheerios nothing better than that. And now
Yeah, I just thought, that number with the Cheerios was pretty astonishing because that's, like I said, something that a lot of people, as we come to this country, it's just something we get to. Especially, I think two of them, Honey Bunches of Oats and Cheerios, are two cereals that are just way too popular. But I don't. They're not the best ones, I guess. So
Okay, I'm gonna keep listening to you and get to the list where I give that where I can keep giving you cereals with
yes, okay.
more Cheerios.
Great. Thank you for calling.
But yeah,
Thank you for calling.
thank you so much, Rachna.
Thanks. Bye. Bye. Um, Interesting. So yeah, so all I can say is that look for local brands, more of organic, like I said. But again, like I said, oats is something that is already, it's not genetically engineered. But look for organic brands. I think there's a difference, and that's the difference I wanted to explain. There's a difference between organic and genetically engineered. Like I said, they can call oats non-genetically engineered because they are non-genetically engineered. But if they want to call it organic, I'll get to the very detail of it. I'll probably talk in my next show. But I think when it comes to organic, they actually cannot be using those sprays and pesticides and roundups and all that stuff. So, but if it's only says non-genetically engineered, there is a wrong there. But if something says, but yes, you can buy organic Cheerios also. It doesn't come from the whatever the name of the company, General Mills, I guess. Okay, so again, serial number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. I'll be happy to take your calls if you have a question about exercise, nutrition, weight loss, topic that we're talking about, or in general about any of our programs to see how they will help you. We have many new programs starting. One of my fantastic programs I'm pretty excited about because I'm going to make sure that you get fit in 2017. The program is called Fit in 2017. Fit in 2017, visit my website, fitin2017.com. Register yourself. On the top, you'll see a link that says programs and services. Then, of course, find the program that says Fit in 2017. Go register yourself. I will make sure that you are the happiest person in 2017. You will remember this year just because you did a program called Fit in 2017 because we will change you and I will change you. So again, to get in touch with me, 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Visit my website, again, rachnaradio.com. And the program, of course, is called Fit in 2017. So I have another website that links to it directly called fitin2017.com. Or you can just go Google and type and find Rachna's Wellness Center, RWC, Rachna's Wellness Center. And of course, you can find us that way too. We're going to be talking to Neeta. Hi, Neeta. How are you?
Hi, thank you. Thank you for taking my call and thank you for all the wisdom you're sharing with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So, I have a follow-up question on the cereal. Is that lately I started giving my daughter the same parathas, the aloo parathas and stuff for breakfast in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any downside to that because they're packaged and processed?
Yeah. Um, I think yeah, let's be honest, I've had them here and there. But again, the only thing that I don't like about them is they're using corn oil. I think if you look at the ingredients, or soybean oil, or some vegetable oil, I would be happy if they would have used some other, even desi ghee would be make me happy, or pure butter. But it's just that most of these oils are very low quality oils that they've used. Ingredients are clean. I've seen them, they'll have wheat and dhania powder and namak and mirror. Just like you look at the ingredients, wow, you think, oh, they're nice and fine. At the same time, the oils are the bad oils. So they're not really using the good healthy oils. And I've always tell this, should minimize corn oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil. These should be pretty much nowhere in your body, minimized. So that's the only drawback of these things. But I know they're easier. We can't really make paranthas in the morning. So having said that, they are easier. So I would say, let's not do it every day, maybe once or twice a week, keep it that way. But again, let's not overdo and have those every single morning for the kids. Like I said, the oils are not just it's a very low quality oil that they use. Like I said, I've always mentioned no corn oils in your diet at all, no soybeans oil, no vegetable oils. All these oils are very high in omega-6, and that creates inflammation. And of course, inflammation creates a lot of other, things that come along with it.
Oh, so you're saying that no this vegetable oil also because theplas contain vegetable oil. Like I buy theplas from a lady who makes it at home.
Yeah.
She uses vegetable oil.
Yeah, yeah, we shouldn't. Like I said, that's something I've always mentioned is vegetable oils are very high in omega-6. What we need is omega-3 based oils, which are, of course, olive oil, avocado oil. I have seen, in fact, I don't, maybe I should go find In fact, that reminds me. I think just about a couple of months back, I was trying to find, of course, like you, I was trying to, like, I need to, we don't have time to make paranthas every morning. I don't. But again, remember, there are some olive oil based paranthas that I've seen in stores too. So go find it. I don't know what company has it, but I've seen them. The ingredients had olive oil in it as opposed to the other vegetable oil. And I'm pretty sure they cannot lie because, it's lawsuit happening for them if they lie. So, so yes, I did see some company brand name, whatever they had, some paneer parantha or something, but it was made with olive oil as opposed to regular vegetable oil.
I see. But like for our home cooking and all, then you're saying that it's not a good idea to use vegetable
Not
oil.
not at all, not at all. And I've talked about this many times. Vegetables oils are very high in omega 6. The ratio of omega 6 to omega 3 is extremely bad. What we should be getting is either 1:1 or 2:1. That means omega 6 to omega 3 should be 2:1 ratio. All these oils are 80:1 ratio, maybe higher. So it's very, very bad to get such a high ratio of omega 6. And that's when all the issues start happening. Inflammation is the number one issue. And of course, inflammation is going to create diabetes, triglycerides going up, everything. Just everything comes along with inflammation. So that means we have to decrease inflammation in the body. And the first thing that you have to do is change the oils that you're cooking in. So the only oils I would get, and I always tell people to get, either olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, or pure desi ghee is fine too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's good to know because yeah, I mean, I thought vegetable oil was quite safe.
No, no, gone are the times. I don't know why this whole industry, I think this whole industry, it's sorry to say, it took us wherever it saw the money was. And I feel sad to say it, but I think we were all led to believe that vegetable oils were healthy because it was a booming industry. And that's exactly what happened. I think let's go back with all these artificial sweeteners. Everyone started, I remember when I was really little, my uncle used to come in India and he would always bring these pink chini. That was the what was that? Yeah, what was the sweet and low? I remember, and he was like, "Oh, we don't take regular sugar and sweet." I'm like, "Oh wow, कोई बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं, पता नहीं कोई pink chini खाते हैं." I mean, because that's how they all made us believe that all these things are healthy and fine because they're low calories, and people started, having that. But I don't ever remember his sugar ever going back in control just because he was. I mean, I remember having him sweet and low since years, and he's but so no, so none of these things helped. All they did is a lot of other wrong things to us. So yes, the industry is, they've made us, they kind of make us believe wherever the industry wants to go. It is sad, but that's just the way it is. But we have to do on research, and like I said, I've done a lot of research. So like I said, whatever I say it here on my show, I will do it for my family, and that's how honestly you can trust me. But please go and welcome to your own research. But again, you want to make sure that you only have oils that are high in omega 3, not omega 6. And all the corn oil, vegetable oil, even safflower oil, sunflower oil are very high in omega 6. So the only oils that I would recommend you to ever get in a home for cooking any purpose would be avocado oil, olive oil, pure coconut oil, even peanut oil is better, even mustard oil is better, and or pure desi ghee.
Oh, okay. 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 Thank you very much. Yeah. This is a lifestyle changing show.
Thank you. Thank you for calling, Nita. Thanks. Bye. Bye. Okay. So again, studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. If you have a question about exercise, nutrition, weight loss, or a topic that we're talking about, you're welcome to give me a call. I'll be happy to take your call and, of course, help you, give you an answer. Phone number studio ka hai 408-912-5565. Okay. So again, if you're interested in any for complete weight loss programs, just to name a few, I've been giving out my program that I've been pretty excited about called Fit in 2017. Visit my website, fitin2017.com. If you want to remember this year, because you made a change, the program's name is always going to remind you that you did something in 2017. You changed yourself. You got fit in 2017. I'm pretty excited about it because I'm going to make sure that I can, just make people remember this name so that this is a name that everyone remembers saying, wow, I did a program called Fit in 2017 with Rachna at Rachna's Wellness, and I got fit in 2017. So if you're looking for a life-changing program that really changes you as a person, makes you healthier, teaches you a lot of stuff. Of course, we exercise. I'm going to give you complete healthy desi meal plans, exercise plans, nutrition plans, whatever it takes. You can actually follow a program coming to my center. You can also follow the complete program, including the exercise part of it, from your home too. So you do not have to come if you cannot physically drive down to my center. If you want to gift this program to someone who lives back in India or a different state, you're welcome to do that. I do have a lot of people who do my programs who do not even live in California. So I do design the programs accordingly for every single person based on wherever that you live. So again, to get registered, to come and talk to me about the program called Fit in 2017, or you can also do a program called Ultra Fat Burner, or of course we have special programs for people, let's say post-pregnancy weight loss program. Then we also have a pre-pregnancy weight loss program. So we do have many different programs. If you're interested in a part of any of our programs, give me a call. We can talk over the phone. We can always set up a time for you to come in, so me and you can sit down and talk exactly what you're looking to achieve and create something for you so that you remember this 2017, the coming year, and you remember that you made a change. And all I can say is you got fit in 2017. So visit my website, fitin2017.com, or give me a call, 408 320 8111, 408 320 8111. You can also visit my website. My main website is Rachna Radio, Rachna, rachnaradio.com, or just go in Google, say Rachna's Wellness Center, and it should come up that way too. We're going to be moving on to next caller, Arpita. Hi, Arpita. How are you?
Hey Rachna, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for putting all the information. It's really a fantastic show.
Thank you. How can I help you?
So quick question actually. I was just driving back for lunch and I was listening to your conversation about the Cheerios and all that. So yeah, it's an eye opener definitely. So on the same lines, when you talked about olive oils and avocado oils and all, right? So what's the best oil you recommend for deep frying, like for our Indian cooking, right? For bhajia and all that. Is it avocado oil, coconut oil, or what is it?
Of course, no olive oil. If you use deep fry, olive oil has a very low smoking point, so you're going to start turning it black. So that's not a good oil for that purpose. Avocado oil is expensive, but it is perfectly fine for it. Has a very high smoking point. That means it can stand up to good 400 plus degrees of temperature while you're frying. So it's perfectly fine to use avocado oil. Like I said, it is on the expensive side, but yes, avocado oil is perfectly fine for a thing, and so is even peanut oil. Like I said, peanut oil isn't on my top list, but it's way better than any other corn oil or soybean oil or vegetable oil. So peanut oil also can stand very high temperatures if you're frying for that kind of purpose.
So just peanut oil and avocado oil. So tell me something. I've been using vegetable oil so far to do the deep frying, whatever for samosas, bhaji, and all that, and
Right.
just discard the oil. Is that not a good practice? I know you were talking about omega 6 to 3 ratio and all that,
Right, right.
but is vegetable oil absolutely a big no-no for deep frying as well?
Now again, it all depends on how often are you using these things. Let's say you fry once in 2 weeks, and you're discarding the oil. You're not really you're reusing it again and again. Once in 2 weeks is not going to make a difference. Like I said, everything that's done on a daily basis is what counts towards being healthy. It's something that you do it. And same thing I tell, if you go eat outside something unhealthy once in 2 or 3 weeks, you're not going to gain weight or do something wrong to the body. Of course, a little, but it's not going to make a disaster. So same thing. How often do you fry? If it's something that's happening a couple times a week, then I will definitely start to make changes. But if it's just something happening once in 2 weeks, once in 3 weeks, you barely fry here and there, it's cheaper. It makes sense. You want to throw the whole avocado oil later on, but it's like I said, it's okay. But if it's something that's happening more often, then I would try to look at some change options.
Got it. So let's talk about once a week thing. That's what I use. So once a week thing, and you still recommend switching to peanut oil versus vegetable oil?
I would say so, and like I said, then you can use up the whole remaining oil for use little one. I'll tell use little pan, so you don't end up wasting a lot of the oil as opposed to use that big kadai or something. So you don't end up putting a lot of pan. I think the shape of the pan makes a big difference how much oil you put in. You want to make something that's deeper. I think that's a little. And thing for you, just use the shape of the pan that doesn't soak up a lot of oil just because of the shape. But again, how much are we frying? Are we just frying one puri, two puri? Are you doing a lot of thing that kind of stays over the whole week? I would say, yeah, you don't, I think it builds up. So don't. I would say probably let's go to more of the peanut oil, mustard oil, or even avocado oil kind of frying. And maybe just minimize frying. I think, one thing that reminds me. Of course, you cannot fry in all this stuff, but try an air fryer. I personally bought it recently, and I don't work for any company for air fryer, but it worked pretty nice too. So I would suggest you maybe looking to one of those options if you are someone who likes to fry. Again, off and on. I haven't tried puris in it or something, but I've tried pakode and stuff, and they turn to be very amazing in an air fryer.
And for the pakoras and bhaji and all, that's nice to know. I bought an air fryer too, but except for French fries and frying chicken, I haven't used it much. So pakoras turned out good too.
Very nice, very very nice. Yes.
Even with the batter and everything.
Yes. Yes. They turn very nice. Again.
And a couple of final questions actually.
as that's what they say, every oil, if I put it this way, every oil creates trans fats when you're reusing it. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the number. I exactly remember is if you use the oil 30 minutes for about, let's say, if you keep heating the oil for 30 minutes, just to bring it simple. So I think what happens every time you reheat the oil, you're creating about 1 to 2 grams of trans fats. That's just, I could be off by 1 gram, but that is the number that it looks like. So that means if you're reusing the oil for many times, that's creating a lot of trans fat. So that should never happen. But if you're just reusing the oil once or twice and you're just finishing it off in the next week or so, maybe 3 to 4 days, 5 days, then you should be fine. But if you're reheating it and again, it's maybe about 2 or 3 weeks that you've been reheating the same oil, because every time you reheat it, bring it to about 400 degrees temperature for about 20 minutes at a time, it probably creates about 1 to 2 grams of trans fats every time you do that. So that's something you want to be avoiding for a long time to do it, keep doing it. But if it's a 4 to 5 day period, it's fine.
Okay, sounds good. And on the same note, I know you've advised one of the moms against the Cheerios and all that. You said just dump 2 eggs with lots of veggies, omelets and all. But is eating whole eggs every day for like 7 days a week, is that okay for adults as well as for kids?
It's fine as long as one thing I'll probably suggest is that as long as the eggs are all free range eggs, the good stuff, don't just pick up any regular eggs, and you want to make sure they're coming from a good place. They're all free range. I definitely make sure that the eggs are local. They're not being traveled 20 different states. That means that egg was, I don't know, 2 months old. So you want to make sure that they're local. So get either from a farmer's market or a regular store, but make sure that they're free range, those kind of eggs, and all that stuff. Having said that, one whole egg a day is fine. But if I'm making, let's say, every time I'm making an omelet with 3 whole eggs, that would be a little bit too much for an adult to handle every single day, just because it is a little higher in fat. But like I said, 1 or even 2 whole eggs 4 times a week is fine. But if you're doing every day, I'll probably do 1 whole egg and then put a little bit more of egg whites. But like I said, the yellow part has its own lot of good benefits too. So make sure that you're still getting the yellow, at least 1 egg part of it, or 2 if it's not every day.
Okay, and you are still a pro with the egg whites, the store-bought egg whites with all the preservatives and all. Is that okay? I mean, I use that too, but sometimes get skeptical because it's store-bought.
No, they're fine. Like I said, no, I'm not. I'm not against. No, you. Like I said, you're perfectly fine to use whole eggs. Just make sure. I'm sorry, I'm getting signals. I need to wrap up quickly, but I'll maybe answer your question next week, please. But let me quickly wrap up. Thank you for calling. We just have 10, 20 seconds remaining. So again, आप सुन रहे थे रचना को रचना's fitness show पे. I would be happy if you have a question. You want to just call and talk to me, chat with me, or call कर सकते हैं 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. You can also visit my website rachnaradio.com. My center is called Rachna's Wellness Center. If you want to be a part of my program, Fit in 2017. I'm pretty excited about this program. Starts in January of 2017. Fitin2017.com is the website. Visit my website. Give me a call. We'll take it from there. 408-320-8111. I'll be again here next Wednesday. Till then, keep fit and keep working out.